Let's talk about Alejandro Mayorkas for a moment here. The impeachment proceedings are advancing. How could this guy not be impeached? I mean, there's all this, the border's secure, and he testifies to Congress time and again, lies to Congress, lies to the American people. I just saw a stat, 40,000 illegals have now settled in Denver, Colorado, a city of 700,000. You don't think that throws things out of whack? Alejandro Mayorkas, what do you make of the impeachment?
I mean, if that's the only way they can get their attention, they just absolutely have to do it. And clearly he has misrepresented himself to Congress multiple times. Where, remember, he says it's under control, it's not as bad. I mean, he's come knowing, and of course you just turn on the TV and you can see the illegals flowing across the border. And you're right, every town, so Denver, New York, even in Michigan, we're starting to see some of the stresses of this. And think of the school system in Denver. So the ones that do come up with kids, they're not likely to speak English. So they have to have English as a second language, merge them in with other kids. I mean, this thing is really disruptive to a community. And then you concentrate that many folks who don't have the ability to work. And you can imagine why there's crime starting to happen. Petty crimes are going to start, and then it's going to get worse from there. I mean, that's no indictment of the illegal immigrants. That's just the fact of which we watched immigration patterns,
which is unbelievable,
for our entire history.
Yeah, I just saw two New York City police officers pummeled by a whole mob of illegals. Nobody got arrested. It just really, you're in the country illegally. You beat the snot out of two New York City police officers. Nobody goes to jail. This is the country I live in. Really?
And again, you merge kind of leftist victim ideology where the criminal is now the victim. You don't have crime has the consequences it should have. And I don't know what they think is going to happen. This is exactly what's going to happen.
Exactly. All right.
And we're going to have to turn this around. I mean, this is, I've never seen anything like this where, and again, this is the good part. Even Democrats are waking up saying, "Hey, I'm not sure this is all working all that well for us."
No, people hate it. Yeah, people hate it.
No,
I got to shift gears so we get a couple other things in today. I mean, the border, Mayorkas impeachment's critical, and I agree with you. If that's what it takes to get their attention, that's exactly right. Now, the conversation ongoing now about war with Iran, and this idea that let's just go bomb Iran. Listen, a lot of people, I understand. Look, you and I are about the same age. I have watched for 444 days as American hostages were held by the terrorists in Tehran. I've seen all of this. I have no love for the regime in Tehran, and yet I'm leery of getting overextended in a war in the Middle East. We've got our situation with Ukraine and Russia. You've got China licking its chops, looking at Taiwan. What do you make about the situation with Iran right now? Obviously, something needs to be done. What do you think it is?
Yeah, I would go back to our policy. If you look back under Donald Trump, it was a very good containment policy. And what that was basically is you shut down Iran's ability to export any oil. So you shut off that cash flow. Biden undid that right away, and that gave them billions of dollars in cash to spend around all their proxies in the Middle East. I would also ramp up sanctions on their missile program. I would make their economic life fairly miserable for what the activities that they're doing and really shut them down. You have to stop talking to this administration goes and fawns all over them and thinks that if we give them a big group hug, everything will be okay. You can see what happens with that. I do believe you have to really be aggressive with some of the proxy forces, the Houthis, who are interfering with international trade. Meaning, there's going to strike their ability to strike others. Same in Iraq, same along the border with Hezbollah. These are all Iranian proxies. They're all getting their money. They're all getting their intelligence from them. They're getting their weapons from them. You have to disrupt that ability for Iran to flow all of those activities to these proxies. It cannot go unanswered that you killed 3 American servicemen by deliberate attack. It cannot. And it's not fair to ask men and women to go serve over in those places and not know that, hey, America's got your back. And so I think that has to happen in combination with all of the other things we just talked about. And just get it right that they're not going to be good partners in the world. Stop trying to negotiate. Stop giving them things. I mean, the pandering, and it started under Barack Obama.
You mean